All right, day 66 of the fast, I believe. 11:21 p.m. April 10th, 2024. 66 days ago, I decided to go on an instant gratification and sugar fast for 4 months, and we're on month 2 now. And I should just put it out there. It was like I made a mistake somewhere along the line. We'll consider it another relapse. I don't want to get into detail about what it was, but we're at 2 relapses now. And we'll just leave it at that. But the best way to think of this fast is more like a diet. It doesn't really matter if I screw up along the way as much as it matters that I see it through to the end. So, like, for instance, if I was on a diet, it wouldn't make sense for me to feel bad about the whole thing and then break the diet. But also, I'm taking notes. The thing that happened a couple days ago, it was just made me secure the fact that I'm probably going to try this again tomorrow. I'm going to try and be more strict about it. And other than that, I went to a drawing class. It was pretty fun. Turns out what they were teaching there, I was kind of already teaching myself, but it was nice to just be around people who were doing the same thing. I got to talk to the teacher a little bit. I did not really get to say anything. I was under the impression she was at a rush, and honestly, so was I. The work study is going well. Budgeting is still an issue, but I can do it. Which means I don't really need to be at this place anymore. I already got something else lined up. I think I've been talking about it in the other videos. But after this month, I'm not going to be at my job anymore. There isn't really a point to it. I've learned everything I need to learn there. And I'm just tired. I'm really, really tired of the environment there. It saddens me every day I'm there, to be honest with you. And maybe that's just me. But I feel lost there. Credit where credit is due. My boss is actually trying to be nice now, as best she can, and I do have a newfound respect for her for that reason. I've even considered maybe telling her that I was planning on leaving pretty soon, but we'll just see what happens. And because I've already told the higher ups that I'm leaving. Just didn't tell her because I felt like it would be self-sabotage in a way, because she's audibly said that she hates me. People have told me that she's audibly said she hates me. Many people. And also she treats me like she hates me. Except for today. I know she's trying. And I sincerely believe people can change, because if I didn't believe people could change, I can't really believe that I can change either. I believe you can change if you really want to. It just requires effort. And that's scary to most people. It's even scary to me, to be honest with you. It just requires effort. Even if you put in a little bit of effort to start off, that is fine. In this channel, I talk about in this channel, I talk a lot about setting bare minimums. Like, for instance, let's use one of my goals, for example. Let's use one of my most relevant goals. Like I exercise. I exercise every day, and I also have I have a bet going on with an employee. It is first one to fail gets first one to fail, the other has to pay the other $50. So it's kind of an accountability rule. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you have never done this before. And I also wouldn't recommend doing it with somebody you know or are not absolutely sure that they're really dead set, on not losing that $50. Well, that's what I'm doing. Anyways, a good bare minimum would be, instead of doing like a full routine, maybe I just start off with going outside and doing a full sprint up the hill. Because I live in a cul-de-sac, so I can sprint up the hill. It'll take me 10 seconds. Then I can walk the back down. And if I can't even do that, I can at least make myself go outside. I can step out my door, absorb the sun, and if that's all I can do that day, that's all I can do that day. But I can at least say that I did my bare minimum, if that's your bare minimum. Everybody's bare minimum is going to be different based on their experience, their discipline, and overall life as well. But it's also important that as we get better at reaching our bare minimum, we set a higher standard for that bare minimum. If you're good at going outside every day, and you do that for 2 weeks without fail, I say, your bare minimum should be a little harder than that, because now it's too easy, it's too comfortable. You have to set yourself outside of your comfort zone to make progress. And even I'm reminding myself that right now as I'm speaking to you. This is a video journal first and advice later. But so everything I say, I'm saying to myself as well as you. But your bare minimum should increase when you get good at reaching it. And if 2 weeks is too small for you, go for a month. The point is that you should always be improving. And for the love of God, you should not be beating yourself up for not. Well, no, you shouldn't be beating yourself up a lot for not reaching your set goals or only doing so much. Give yourself credit where credit is due. Give yourself credit that you at least made the effort to improve. But if you're stagnating, it's okay to admit that. But that doesn't mean that you're terrible at it or a terrible person for not doing it. Everybody has plateaus. And I definitely reached a few of them while I was doing this channel. That's why I took a break. And I'm just coming out of one now. But the point is to make effort. Even just a little bit. Whatever you can do. Even if it's just getting out of bed. If getting out of bed is your bare minimum, then do that. And then as you get more comfortable doing that every day without fail, just increase the difficulty. And that's really the secret to improving in anything. Not just your life or relationship or even personal goals. But the main thing I can say that gets in my way constantly is perfectionism. If you say you are a perfectionist, I'm going to tell you this. You need to find a way to stop that now. And I'm saying that as like kind of a recovering like perfectionist myself. I say recovering because I'm still battling it a little bit, but I'm learning to shut that tiny voice in my mind up because I'm trying to learn how to love the journey. That's what you should be doing too, because putting in the effort should be the fun part, not the result. Because honestly, the results I'm learning are kind of rare. They're actually kind of rare. It's the results are the reward for your effort. But sometimes they don't come as soon as you want them to. And I'm reminding myself that now too. You don't want to take it from me. There are many, many resources out there on YouTube, on the internet. Therapy is great if you can do that. BetterHelp is really good. Not sponsored. I'm just saying it's good. And yeah. Set reasonable goals. Put effort towards them, however much you can. Increase it over time. And might take a while, but you'll definitely get where you need to go. So with that said, I'm going to cut it off there. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. May God bless you in your endeavors.